Hey YouTube, it's me again. Alright, well, I know it's been a while since I did a last update on this, but I've been really busy with the tank. You know, when I first started adding this frag tank to it, I had really thought that it really wouldn't be too big of a deal to just hook it up to the main tank. And then, you know, when I was in the process of doing that, I figured, hey, let's do this and this and this, and a small project became a multi-tiered project and just became quite a handful. But we are there. So, with the exception of the doors on this frag tank stand being installed, the build is pretty much done. I've got some very minor things I'm going to do to it, but overall, the great big stuff is complete. So, I'm going to kind of walk y'all through as to what I did. So, the frag tank is the most obvious thing. The frag tank, the stand, moved all of the electronics down here and put the ATO reservoir underneath the frag tank stand also. That's actually been really great. It's been a lot easier to get to, and it's not been a big deal at all just adding water to it. On top of that, I moved the media reactors outside of the sump. I did it for a couple of reasons. The biggest reason was ease of access. You'll also notice that I have put these two on-off valves in line with the media reactors. Essentially, the reason that those are there is so whenever I have to go in and change the media, I don't have to change the flow rate on the manifold. I can just leave it where it is, and all I have to do is turn one of them on or off, unscrew the caps, change the media, put them back on. And I've already done it once, and they work great. That was a really easy thing to do. I think it cost me like total like $6 in parts at Home Depot, just to, not including the tubing, because I already had the tubing. But it was a really easy setup, and I am really glad that I did. It's making maintenance a lot easier. Now that I have some room back here, kind of move things around. You see my kind of jerry-rigged stand right now. I am eventually going to make a wooden stand that'll place those media reactors on. But for now, I just have those sitting there like that, and for now, it's doing really well. That's pretty much all new. Everything new for the filtration. The other thing that you guys might notice from my 6-month video on my tank is that I've changed all the rock work out. I've decided that the 3 huge Pucani boulders that I got from the website, which I won't name, actually no, I will name them. It's Bulk Roof Supply. You know, I ordered 75 pounds of Pucani rock, and to my disgust, they sent me 3 huge boulders. I don't know how they thought that that was a good idea. So I'm going to give you guys a warning. When you're ordering rock from anybody, specify in your order that, hey, I want small rocks and medium rocks and maybe a large rock. Don't send me 3 huge rocks. Because right now I have 3 huge rocks, and now I'm going to have to figure out a way to unload them onto somebody else who might want them. So that'll probably be a Craigslist deal, unfortunately. But I went to my local fish store and got a bunch of dead rock, reef saver rock that they had in a box, and I just bought a whole bunch of it. I think I bought like 50 pounds of it. And after I bought that 50 pounds of it, I went and cured it, as you might see in one of my other videos. And now it is now in the main tank. Now, I will say this, even though I cured the stuff, my tank still went through a little mini cycle. I'm having some minor algae issues. Pretty sure that is from the mini cycle. It's not as easy to see in the main display tank as it is in the frag tank. I'll kind of get a close up here, but you can kind of see that there is some algae growing on the glass. I'm probably going to end up buying another small tang and put him in the frag tank, and he will help clean that up and kind of get that straightened up. Overall, I'm really pleased with the setup. I didn't really have to do too much plumbing wise. Just put in some flexible tubing. I didn't bother with the hard line tubing like I did with the main tank. I just figured that it'd be easier, and because I'm also thinking in the future that I will eventually move this frag tank downstairs along with the sump and everything, and hard plumb the returns through the house. I just figured that this would be the easiest thing to do for now, and I was right. So, one other thing that you guys might notice from the 6-month video is that I am going open top now. Now that I have the ATO reservoir in a much easier place to access, I decided to go open top, and I'm changing the lighting a little bit. I'm going to be going with the AB Plus schedule that Ecotech has published on their Coral Labs website. So we're going to be doing that and see if I can get some better growth out of the main tank. Unfortunately, I can't do that kind of lighting schedule on the frag tank. However, this little Current USA light that I have on here is really doing a pretty good job. I've noticed some really decent coral growth even in the couple of weeks that these frags have been in here, and I am really happy with the results so far. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole setup. Everything's going really well aside from that mini cycle, but I didn't lose anything, and everything seems to be flourishing, including the algae. But I have a feeling that given a couple more weeks, it's going to settle itself out, and the tank, the small to mini tank that I have in here will he'll end up eating all the nuisance algae on the glass. He's actually been doing a really good job in the main tank. You can see him picking out the rock right there, and I'm really loving him. But yeah, everything's going really well. Alright guys, that's about it for this video. Again, I'm really pleased with the results. I still got, again, a little bit more work to do, but that's the majority of it. And I just wanted to share with you guys. So if you guys have any questions, comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And hope you guys have a great day.